All right, welcome back to What They Won't Tell You, the Quantum Truth with Sherry Anshara. Today, what are we talking about?
Resonance.
Ooh, awesome. I'm excited. So, resonance. Uh, where does that start and where do you think most people are at and how can they get more of it? And what does more of it really mean?
Oh, those are great questions. Everything is a resonance. I don't care what it is.
Hmm.
Music is a resonance. Some of you might be a rock and roller. Some of you might like jazz. Some of you might like soul music. Some of you might like symphony music. That is a resonance. It's the same with food, but it's the food of consciousness. Give us
Hmm.
this day our daily bread. What did that mean?
Oh,
Ooh, what
interesting.
food are they feeding you in the quantum truth that makes you sick? How about that? So the resonance is if someone tells you, you know what, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough. You know what? Years ago, people would say, you say the weirdest things, Sherry. And yet, with having a brain injury, three actually, isn't that the best?
Oof.
They tell me that you're that you're a genius. And I said, yeah, well, you guys must be stupid. And we laughed. But the fact is, it's how you resonate. But
Hmm.
if you resonate to something that is in your family or in a business that doesn't resonate to that group, and by the way, group means to grow up, and you and you
Keep
are
throwing this
a
at me.
group, and inside of you, it's how do you resonate. So if someone tells you, Cassidy, that you can't do something, then you buy into a resonance. So,
Oh, okay. Because
oh,
I never buy into stuff like that. When if somebody tells me I can't do something, if I really want to do it, I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm like, okay, you gave me all the fire to do so.
okay,
You
but
know?
now just prove yourself correct and
Right.
forget about proving them right or wrong.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
because
about them.
it's correct. It's not,
Hmm.
it's about you. And so people talk about its frequency and vibration. That's the woo woo
Right.
frequent. But guess what? Frequency and vibration are byproducts of resonance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a
So
byproduct.
so when people are saying like, "Oh, my vibrations," or "I get good vibes," or anything like that, that's a byproduct of resonance,
Correct.
correct? Okay.
And that you're on the same wavelength. So
Hmm.
resonance is when you are conscious, your frequency and vibration goes out in a more conscious way and you attract.
Hmm.
Because look what happened
Yeah.
at
Oh,
experience with us. There
sure.
was this, it's not a law of, see, in duality, it's a law of distraction. And the resonance goes down and the frequency and vibration drops.
Hmm.
So that is, and here is a perfect example of resonance when someone is resonating to a victim, and
Hmm.
how many ways, a plethora that we're taught to be victims, not good enough,
Right.
not smart enough, you're not the right color, you're not the right height, you don't have the right IQ, right, wrong, instead of correct.
Hmm.
So we send out that resonance through our field, aura, electromagnetic, and that's what I teach in the quantum truth. So we send that out and someone picks it up. And when they
Oh,
pick it up, they get attracted. In duality, I call it the law of distraction.
right.
And so then you say, oops, I did it again, Brittany. And then we keep doing this recycle bin, infinity over and over and over
Hmm.
again. And so what happens then in that resonance, the frequency and vibration we send out is what we get.
Interesting.
Yes.
So is that when people say the law of attraction in The Secret, what are they really talking about and what's different?
Well, the difference is, I do believe without judging it, that they set people up to fail. Because
Oh.
people put out, I am going to be in my law of attraction, I'm going to get a Mercedes or a
Right,
Lamborghini.
the whole, like, how many in my mind, it's like, how many people have Mercedes if they're just, like, read the book? In reality, let's really count, like, okay, how many people said I wanted a Mercedes in the law of attraction that actually have Mercedes or
Ex-
actually are millionaires and billionaires now?
ex-
Very small fraction in my mind.
Yes, because inside them, that programming in the left computer brain said they're not deserving, they're not smart enough.
Mm.
And so they have a disappointment that they got a Volkswagen or whatever, or a Ford or whatever. And so that's why I really teach the truth of how you attract. So in the old
Hmm.
paradigm, they say life is a reflection. Are you kidding
Hmm.
me? Life is a reflection. You know what? See this top? If this was a reflection of me, I wouldn't have it on. So life is a projection. They're not going to teach you that.
Projection. Wait. Say that again.
Whoa.
Projection.
Yes.
So you said instead of what was it?
A reflection?
Reflection. So instead of it being a reflection, it's a projection.
Yes. And if you are believing in yourself in that resonance, what you project is then what you create. You create, implement, manifest, and actualize. Ooh, that in the Hebrew alphabet is Yahweh, the name of God.
Oh. Speaking my language now.
Yeah, because you are God. You're just not a God.
Right.
But in the old paradigm, you're not good enough. You're not deserving. So everything you project, and those people will say to me, why did I do this again? Because your head's up your patootie and your assets aren't working.
Right.
And you recreate. But when you're in the resonance, then you project what you create on purpose.
Okay. So what about people in that cycle of like for me? So I didn't think big at all. And now that I'm kind of falling into that resonance, it seems like everything is coming around me and just grouping. And the more I accept it, it seems like the more I go. But in the back of my head, like, how do I get rid of that doubt or like the left brain? How do I get that out of there to just go off of feeling with purpose?
Because ask yourself, who is that voice in your head?
Okay.
It's not your voice.
Oh,
here's
whose voice is it?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
And I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I was in California and I was working with this man. Now he's marketing for me. I'm the client.
Right.
And so I said, like to do this, and this is what he said. Oh, you can do this, but we can't do this. And my face changed. And he went, and he got all disturbed because I'm the client. And he goes, what, did I say something? I said, I had no idea you could channel. This is really and he says, I don't channel. I said, yes, you do. You're channeling my mother. She's been off the planet for a lot of years, but that's what she would say. You can only do this or this. Why can't you do all of it? And that's what he said. Oh my God, that voice in the back of my head was your mother and my mother. I said, well, tell them to go have tea wherever they are.
go have tea is the friendly way of saying things that Shara usually does. So.
Exactly. And so that is what happens when you are resonating to your own truth. You're not thinking. You are now projecting what you're creating to create, implement, manifest, and actualize as the godness within you, the essence of why you came here. And guess what happens? Life changes. Because you are projecting what you're creating, and then it can go here, 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 and here. There's no up and down. It's in all directions. And that's a part of being the quantum, multidimensional person that you are. The truth. And they certainly don't want to tell you the truth.
Right.
Because then you'd be in your own power. And then what would the controllers do?
Yeah. So people with a low resonance, how can they, because what if they don't know what they want to do or their purpose or want to get better in the resonance? What can they do to increase their resonance?
That's what the Anshara method is all about.
Well, yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
That's what the Anshara method is, to find out where they got stuck.
Okay.
And so, you know what? The left computer brain has no idea what time is it. So if there is a resonance outside of you, an experience or a person, just like was in this meeting, and says something, it pulls you into the past. Because guess what? Your computer brain says, well, that was true. Well, it certainly is true, but it's not your truth.
Right. Because something can be true and not your truth.
Exactly. And truths are duality, but truth is you. And you are a unique, fabulous individual who really requires to be in charge of your life, not be controlled.
Right. Wow. That's awesome. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us with what they won't tell you. We got a whole bunch of other stuff coming in. We got orbs, ancient history, you name it. So make sure you come back again and watch us, either watch or listen to us on podcast or on our YouTube channel and other channels too as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.